I've been living here in Praia da Rosa for 2 years now in the beautiful Santa Catarina in southern Brazil. And this whole time I've been wondering, who is St. Catherine? This is all fofoca I found out on the internet, so if you think you know something better, feel free to correct me in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if you don't like this video, don't give it a like. First up, we have St. Catherine of Siena. She protects against bodily ills, fire, miscarriages, people ridiculed for their piety, and sexual temptation. Brazil, it's a very Christian country with lots of graças a Deus, se Deus quiser. Despite much temptation, they still don't like to sleep with you unless they meet your family. That's why I brought my mom here. Speed up the process, you know what I'm saying? Some of the trademarks of St. Catherine of Siena are the Dominican tertiary's habit, lilies, crucifix, that book, and a crown of thorns. She was a writer and a political activist, one of only 4 women named Doctor of the Church. As you can see, the church is very anti-science, especially when it comes to women. So I don't know what they're doing now with all these masks, la-di-da-di-do. She's got some dope writings and patron saint of Europe and Italy, not Brazil. Moving on. St. Catherine of Genoa. She's a widow. She seems to really like Jesus there in that cross. What's cool about her is she wrote 2 major works. One, the dialogue of the soul and the body, and another, a treatise on purgatory. I think we might be in purgatory right now, but that's just me. If you want to get directions out of purgatory, St. Catherine of Genoa. That's the one you need to study. Next up, St. Catherine of Sweden of Vashtina. She has a trademark baby deer by her side. She's the patron saint of women who suffer miscarriage. Her mother was literally a saint. So you can imagine living up to that. At about 13 years old, she married a German nobleman and persuaded him into a vow of chastity. The best part about studying people from the 14th century is they don't have an Instagram, so you can't check their pictures. I want to know what this one looked like, you know. Next up, we got the lovely St. Catherine of Bologna. Trademark is a religious habit. Here she is, contemplating Bologna. She's the patron saint of artists, liberal arts, and against temptations. Pretty dope. This is your girl if you're addicted to drawing lunch meat. She was a part of the Poor Clares, a group founded by Francis of Assisi. So very nature-oriented, good stuff. She began to experience visions of Christ and Satan. One time it happened on Christmas. St. Catherine de' Ricci, beautiful girl, also has some lilies there it seems. She's the patron saint of the sick. She experienced weekly raptures of ecstasy. She takes care of hungover people. Bleh. Last up, we got the big one, St. Catherine of Alexandria. Her trademark is the breaking wheel, the sword with a crown at her feet, hailstones, a bridal veil, ring, dove, a scourge. She's the patron saint of unmarried girls, apologists, craftsmen who work with a wheel like potters and spinners, hat makers. She's a big deal. At 18 years old, St. Catherine went to debate with Emperor Maximus. And he was destroying Christians all over. She wanted to prove to him that you shouldn't worship false gods. They were like, all right, let's take a look at this girl. 18 years old, let's hear her. And he summoned numerous scholars to debate with her. The stakes were really high. Because if you were a Christian or you said Jesus was cool, you would die. 3 dudes went up and debated with her. And 3 dudes converted to Christianity in front of the evil emperor. And were all murdered. They tried to have her executed too, but it wasn't easy. At that time, they had a method of execution known as the breaking wheel. I guess it kind of tore your body in pieces. She touched the wheel, and it broke. She broke the breaking wheel. In the end, she was decapitated, and angels carried her body out to Mount Sinai. If you need to negotiate, call on St. Catherine of Alexandria. She knows the ins and outs of how to change your mind and how to get what you want.